Hare Krishna. In the previous part, we uncovered some lesser known divine pastimes of Srila Prabhupada. In this second part, we will narrate a truly astonishing and divine pastime that reveals Srila Prabhupada's exalted spiritual stature. During his 17-day stage in Bhubaneswar, Srila Prabhupada would deliver Srimad Bhagavatam classes in the morning and conduct spiritual discourses in the evening for the devotees. After the morning Bhagavatam class, everyone would take prasadam and go back to their respective duties. At that time, the ashram would be empty and often only Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada remained there, spending a good amount of time alone together. In the evening discourses, many people from far and wide would come to meet Srila Prabhupada. Manohar Das, engaged in faithfully serving his spiritual master Sri Srimad Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj, would bring flowers daily for Guru Puja. He recounts a remarkable incident at the ashram which changed his life. One day, due to some reason, I arrived at the ashram during the daytime. There was no one around. The entire ashram was empty. Srila Prabhupada was sitting outside his hut alone. Srila Gurudev was a little distance away, engaged in some service. Suddenly, Srila Prabhupada began to laugh loudly. He laughed and laughed. I was astonished. There was no one there. Why was he laughing so loudly all of a sudden? Just a few days later, I had first seen him. There was a divine radiance emanating from his body that naturally drew people toward him. Seeing him laughing like this unsettled my mind. I wondered, what could be the reason? Why is Prabhupada laughing so intensely like this? I decided I would ask Srila Gurudev and try to understand this mystery. As I approached Gurudev, he gave me a service immediately and I became engaged. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to ask him that day why Prabhupada Maharaj was laughing like that. But the question kept circling in my mind the whole night. Why was he laughing so loudly while being completely alone? The next morning, I couldn't hold back any longer. I went to Gurudev early in the morning and while offering flowers to him, I asked, Gurudev, I have a doubt. Please be merciful and clear it. Gurudev asked, what is your doubt? I explained. Yesterday when I came to the ashram, Srila Prabhupada was suddenly laughing very loudly. There was no one with him. He was sitting alone and still he was laughing so much. I couldn't understand why. Gurudev smiled and signaled me to stop speaking. Then he said, at the time you came and heard Srila Prabhupada laughing, Narada Muni had come and was speaking with Srila Prabhupada. I was stunned. Narada Muni? He came here? It sounds like something out of a story. Gurudev explained, you are unable to understand now how Narada Muni came here and was speaking with Srila Prabhupada. Narada Muni had said to Srila Prabhupada, 500 years ago when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came here, he made the wild beasts in the Jharkhand forest chant and dance in ecstasy by giving them Harinam. Tigers, bears, elephants, snakes, deer, all violent creatures began dancing in divine love, intoxicated by the holy name. Now, 5 centuries later, his devotee Prabhupada is here doing the same, making people whose consciousness is even lower than the animals dance in Harinam. These people who knew nothing beyond sense gratification, addicted to meat and intoxication, who had never heard Harinam in their life, are now dancing in Kirtan, completely absorbed in ecstasy. While saying this, Narada Muni laughed, and that's why Srila Prabhupada also began laughing loudly. His Grace Manohar Das concludes, how Narada Muni came, how he spoke to Prabhupada, I do not know. All I saw was Srila Prabhupada laughing loudly. But Gurudev saw it all because he was present there. I had complete faith in Gurudev's word. At that time, I didn't fully grasp the depth of what he said. But as I progressed in devotion, I began to experience and understand the meaning behind Gurudev's words. I may not have seen Narada Muni, But I have no regrets because I have had the rare fortune of receiving the association of both Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev, who are great saints. I feel my human life has become successful because I got the association of such pure devotees. Spiritual realities cannot be perceived through our material senses. That's why we must place full faith in the words of Gurudev and the pure saints. When we serve Sri Radha Krishna under their guidance with faith and love, then by their mercy our divine eyes will open and we will be able to perceive the Lord's pastimes and the pure devotees with spiritual vision. Hare Krishna.